Good morning. Happy Wednesday. So, hope everyone's doing well today. Good morning, Ellen. You're the first one in. I know I'm a minute late here, but I think I'm all ready. Good morning, Laura. How are you? Hi, Stephanie. Well, good morning, everybody. What's new? Hi, Barb. It's nice to see all of you. I'm happy to paint. I slept in a little bit today. My goal was to have a painting finished already this morning before I did this, but that didn't happen. Sometimes I get tired. So let me show you what we're going to paint. I got flowers at Roots yesterday, and aren't they pretty? Lots and lots of sunflowers. So that is what we're going to paint. Good morning, Irma. So I need oranges, yellows, and sometimes it's fun to paint the paintings. Like I love to zoom in on the flowers, but I also enjoy painting them. Hi, Susie. Hi, Melissa. In their vase and an environment too. I just took this on my little cabinet in my living room where I take so many of my photos. They had the pretty like white, kind of white or pale yellow sunflowers, and then the brighter orange ones. So let's mix some colors. I had to clean up my palette this morning. It was a mess. I've been painting a lot of birds lately. There's some new ones up on my website if anybody's been keeping an eye out for a bird. I sold so many at my last couple of shows that I really needed to work on my inventory, which just sounds so funny, but the birds were flying off the shelf. I want to put a little bit more. Is that raw umber or shale? I'm not sure. I think it was this color shale that I had out here. It's a sorry color. That's definitely what it was. Kind of a brown. That dark color in the background, I'm going to add a little bit of violet into it too, because putting a little like purple in to your painting when you have like orange and yellow, it like really makes it pop. It doesn't have to be a lot, just a little touch, because it's complementary color. That tinted that so violet. And then I'll lighten that. I have a little bit of gray over here. I kind of feel like that one a little cool, but not really. I actually like that. How could I warm that up ever so slightly? I'm just going to put a little, this is a little bit of, I think it's yellow ochre. Let's put a little bit in there because I want to warm it and lighten it ever so slightly so it's not quite as dark. Maybe just a little bit more. So what's new with everyone? I got to go with a few friends to the Mary Cassatt exhibit at the Philadelphia Museum of Art on Monday, and it was such a treat to go away with art friends and wander around an art museum. It's something I would love to fit into my life a little bit more in the future. It's one of those kinds of things, like there's never time for that when raising a family and having a business and all that. Now that I can do things like that now and then, I really want to. We went to lunch in their cute little restaurant there. It was really nice. All right, that's good, but I want that to go cooler now as I'm doing the shadow down below. And just to play around, I got this crazy color out. It's cobalt turquoise. Susie says I'm heading to Aro Art Museum this morning. Oh, that's so fun. Yeah, and the Philly Art Museum. Oh my gosh, I don't really want that. That's crazy. Let me see what I could do with that. I just wanted to tint that color a little bit, and it went recklessly crazy dark. I wanted to make kind of a bluish, coolish, grayish color. I don't know what I wanted to do, but not what that was. It's fun just to mix in colors and see what you get. Now that might not be bad for that shadow in the front of underneath the leaf. but you can still call that blue, and I want it to be a color that you can't quite name. So let me put a little bit of this in there. It's pretty. Yeah, so it's the art museum is in Philadelphia, so it's like, you know, at least an hour and a half ride and a lot of traffic to get there. Or I could see myself just getting a bench and sitting there sometimes looking and thinking, and I think that would be really fun. We do have a little art museum here, but it's not anything like that. That's pretty for my light colors down below. I like that very much. It's really pretty. Okay, it's bumping around a little bit. I feel like I'm in a hurry here. I don't need to be in a hurry yet. I'm still on schedule with everything. I'm gonna have a sip of my coffee. So where's everybody listening from today? Now I need that dark, need more of that shale color, because I have to make brown for inside of the flowers and then do my oranges and my golds. That's nice. Do a little bit of, do a touch of red in there. See what happens. Wilmington, North Carolina, Alberta, Canada, Brooklyn, Michigan. I never knew there was a Brooklyn in Michigan. Old Church, Virginia. And I'm in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Fancy Nancy van life says just 30 minutes from you, and I got up early to watch. Oh, good. Oh, yeah, you wrote on my post about the coffee shop opening up in Salonga that you live nearby. Have I met you, Nancy? I can't remember. This would be good for a shadow color of... I'm going to have to get a more Indian yellow. I'm just about out of my Sherry Bear's in your car. Are you off to for an install or something like that? It's a nice color. I'm going to hold on to it, but now I'm going to put the red in there. Yes, at Spring Art Walk in the gallery. Oh, yes, I remember. Thank you for I totally remember. Thank you for reminding me. That's right. Yeah, between meeting people, which I do okay, I remember faces, like if I meet someone, but I don't remember names until I practice a lot. I think I need a little bit of orange. Let me grab an orange. But then when people have Instagram names and real names, that gets really confusing to try and put in my brain that fits so very little in. Oh, I can't get it out. I need to order new paint. And this is one of the colors I need. Where did you purchase your palette from? I'm new to oils and would like an alternative using paper palettes. Well, you can either get a piece of glass and paint, like my big palette that I have behind me. It's a piece of glass. And I have gray underneath, like a neutral gray. And this is like a sample countertop piece that my friend Sherry got for me. I had a different one and I broke it, dropped from my not being careful. And I got that at like a store where you would pick out a countertop. Choose, not pick out. Now I want to lighten that a little bit. Oh, I need some greens too. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. Nice color there. If I have enough of it. So now I want to do that lighter yellow. Of the like white ones. I don't know if they're white or pale yellow in the background. That's nice. Add white, and then I might add a little bit of that gray into it also. Good morning, Donna. Good morning, Helen. So that's pretty. Now I want to neutralize that a little bit. So I'm going to add a little bit of like this gray that I mixed up here into that color, so that when it's kind of in the shadow areas. That's a really pretty color. Okay, what else did I say? I need a little bit of green too. This is dark. It's a little vibrant, so I'm going to add just a little bit of red in there to desaturate it a little bit more. I should have cleaned my area here. It's a little messy. Same with that. That's a little bright. So I'm going to desaturate that a little bit. So I don't want it to be too strong of a green. Oh, that's really nice. All right, do I need anything else? Oh, I need white. Like this could be the lightest white for the bottom, but I'm going to mix it down here. Susan says, Sherry Bear, I used Masterson's Stay Wet box. You can get them at almost any art supply store, and then get a piece of cut glass to fit. Works great with the lid cover. That is a great suggestion. I do have that, and I use it sometimes for acrylics. I used it, you know what, when I broke my palette, I was using that. And I don't know why I go away from it, because it is nice to be able to put that lid on. I have a lid here that I put over top of this, but it doesn't seal. And it's just a lid. I'll show you. It's the ugliest thing. It's an old lid to a Tupperware cupcake container, and like it's got all the paint there, but I lay that right down on here. So I should try my Masterson. You know what it is about the Masterson one that I can't quite get used to is the lip on it. Like when I'm mixing colors or painting whatever, I lay my hand down on the edge, and with the Masterson thing, it has like a little edge on it. I think that's why I had trouble getting used to it. But some people, that wouldn't bother them at all. We all have our little quirky things when we're painting. Get some brushes. I need new brushes too. I really need to get some new stuff. I've been avoiding it. Sherry said, I heard they're great. You can also go to Home Store and purchase a single piece of marble tile. Yeah, that's a great idea. I actually got the marble slab because when I made my Art in Bloom, my online course, I didn't want the reflection. So that's what inspired me to get the marble slab instead of using glass. Michael says Crate and Barrel has a big marble slab that I use. It's a great size. It's better to buy it in person so you can see the grain and the color of the marble. Yep. I have one that I ordered, and it was actually a marble piece, and it was for like a hot plate or a charcuterie or whatever that I ordered online, but has a big black like thing through the middle of it. It's fine. I usually take it when I teach. But yeah, you do kind of have to see. It's nice if you can see your slab, see what you're getting. All right, now I'm ready for my... I always thought that sunflowers were further into the summer, not quite as early as this, but they seem to be everywhere already. But of course, summer goes by so quickly. Much faster than any other season. So that could be why. why it seems too soon to me, but it's really not. I'm going to put just a touch of red in my yellow for over here. And this pretty little petal, I don't want to forget that. Just put that in. I'm not sure what color I want to put in my background. Maybe I'll do it a violet and see how it turns out. Jennifer says we have Sunflower Farm near us, and they posted yesterday that they'll be open only 9 more days. Oh my gosh. Oh, well, that certainly puts a new spin on things, because I'm going to have to get more, because I just got these at Roots yesterday, but I should have, if I knew that, I would have gotten more, taken more photos. Of course, I could just write to her and ask to come do that. She won't care. Put that blue in there. Pretty vase. That's the one when I went to, oh, let me get it. No, I'll just work with what I have here. I went to a workshop in near Kennett Square, and it was the farm at Oxford, and she did a little workshop where we made a peony arrangement in a vase, and this is the vase that I got, and we put inside of there, we put, you may have more time on the Gulf Coast. Yeah, that is a big difference, Jennifer. Maybe. I don't know, though. I better get thinking about it either way. I don't know what color I want to put in that background. I'll put purple, but violet's just so strong. Maybe I'm going to do a little bit of, I'm going to get out a little bit of my French ultramarine blue. I didn't have that out on my palette. But I feel like pure violet's just going to be reckless crazy. But hey, why not, right? I do like to be reckless crazy. So let's do it. Let's be reckless crazy. Because it really is more brown than anything, but I'll add that with my other colors that I mixed. Shadow is so pretty right here. This vase. Oh, that's what made me think about the vase. Yeah, let's just let it go messy. And I'm going to get, because I always like to use my manganese blue too. At Masonic Village, there was a field where you could pick your own for $2 a stem. Not sure if it's open now. Oh, I'll have to look that up. I think they move the fields every year. They move around where they are so that they grow better or something. Someone told me that one time. But they might. So I could do more yellow up in here. Whoops, that I didn't want to do. That made a big, dark, messy bit, but I can always wipe it off. This is pretty messy. We'll just have to do, I I think we do need a France sunflower season. I agree. Definitely. Because when we were there, they were peeking out their little heads, and I think we all wanted to stay another week to paint them. And the lavender, when we were there, was absolutely gorgeous, but lavender is really hard to paint because it's all those little details. I might rather be there for sunflower-ness than lavender. That's significantly messy, isn't it? Okay. I think it's covered enough. That's really all we need. Now I'll get out my pigment sticks and put away my medium. I don't use that at all now. Yeah, I think definitely a trip to France to paint sunflowers needs to happen. Yeah, this is the time we were there last year, and I didn't feel like I was ready to go back 1 year later, but right around when it got to the time when I would have gone, I sort of missed it. Which is a good thing. I gotta push myself to do scary stuff, like travel by myself. It's pretty. Good morning. Okay, that's good. A little bit of blue. Put in my shadow areas. The blue's so pretty in there. To kind of hold on to just enough of it to give it a hint without being too dominant of a color. Good morning, Dawn. I think that's good. Enough pigment sticks. Do you know if anyone makes water-soluble pigment stick? No, I don't think so. Not that I've ever heard of. I only know the Cobra water-soluble oil paints. So you would, I'm trying to think if you could use other things. You could use other things under water-soluble oil paints, maybe. I don't know if that mixes more or better with, I should know the answer to that, with acrylic paints than than oil paint, but maybe. Pigment stick, is that the same as oil pastels? No, oil pastels are a different product. I like to use pigment sticks because they dry. They say oil pastels take forever to dry. And because I ship my paintings to people, I don't want to worry about things like that. I don't want to worry about anything. I don't like worrying, if I send something off to someone that it might not be dry, or that they'd have a problem with it down the road, or if they hang it in their hallway and someone walks by it, that they could get their clothing messed up. If there's something to worry about, I'll worry about it. So I try to cut all those things out if I can. But these pigment sticks do dry. Learn something new. Thank you. I asked because I paint with water-soluble oils. Yes, I think that you might be able to use something underneath. I'm not so sure you couldn't use the same oil pigment sticks too that I use. And then just do your water-soluble oils over it. I'm not sure, though, because they're oil-based and the water's not. But I know that, like, those Cobra paints, now I'm telling you this, I have no idea. But I filmed Beth Bathe doing a thing, and she was promoting that Cobra company. They make all different kinds of, like, solvents to use with the water mixable oils to make them behave more like oil paint. So I don't know if you use some of those, if you could actually maybe use RNF pigment sticks with them. I'm not sure. But they're totally not necessary. It's just, I just use them because it's a fun way to kind of keep my painting loose, but it's not critical. Yeah, it just gives a little bit of spontaneity or something, I think, that I like about using them. Cobra. Yes, Cobra is the brand that my friend Beth uses. I have a few of them here. I have done, she has like, sometimes she did a class that I took and I used the mixable oils. And I might do that. I'm doing an in-person workshop in September with a group, and maybe I'll try the water mixable oils. And I know Cobra's come out with additional colors too, which before they only had a few colors. It'd be fun to play with it. Anita says, I use the RNF pigment sticks with the water mixable paints, but I don't use water. I see. Mm-hmm. Do you use a solvent or do you not use anything? And I'm sure you could Google it too. What am I doing here? I think I need to, I don't know what I need to do. Maybe I need to work on my background a little bit. Oh, she uses a solvent. And do you use one of their solvents, Anita? One of the ones from Cobra? So Beth did a promo, like a demo, and I went and filmed her. And it was on, gosh, I'm going to forget. But if you go to Beth Bath's Instagram page, you can find it. And she talks about the products there. What is the name of the product you use in bar? Like marker. Are you talking about my pigment? We're talking about pigment sticks. I think that's probably, it's these. They're called RNF pigment sticks. I'm getting a lot of paint on the edges. Clean that up a little bit. And I can always go in and use my squeegee to clean off a bit too. And I don't need to hurry. We're not in a hurry today. This is new for me. Thanks. You're welcome. I want to suggest things, but not get too much detail in there. That's just always a challenge for me. Always working on that. Sometimes it works out, and sometimes it gets too detailed, and I don't love it. But I just keep trying. I use the Winsor Newton Artisan Solvent for the water mixable paints. Okay, thank you. I know there's no end to the fun art supplies to buy. That's a problem for me. And now I feel like I'm running out of everything, so I need to buy more. Which just sounds silly. How could I need more art supplies? This looks pretty already. Thanks, Anita. Colleen. Hi, Colleen. Hey, from North Texas. Yeah, I'm trying to just take my time. So hard to do. I don't want this to be hard-edged. I'm thinking about whether my edges are hard or soft right here in the underneath. Yes. I need a sip of my coffee. Is everybody having today coffee or tea? Like, I like this kind of crazy, that color in there. I want to hope that I can keep that. If I can. Hi, Jackie. He's having her coffee. I'm having mine too. I didn't get very far with that today. Know what I was doing this morning. But I'm glad I still have coffee left. Lemon water, you're so good. Hi, Camila. That's so good having lemon water. I should do that. Why does that never sound good to me in the morning? Oh, I don't know how I got that on there. Clean that off. I got white on my black coffee, putting backings on paintings while I watch. Oh, good for you, Allie. That's being productive, right? All that prep work takes so much time. Like, you always think you're going to just dive in and all you're going to have to do is paint. But really, that's such a small part of what gets done, at least in my studio. Surprised how quickly it took shape. Yeah, it's really kind of mapping out that underneath part that really pulls it together in the beginning. Then you have to get through the messy middle. Stay confident, right? That's good. Oh, Mary, this is a little, like a rubber scraper that I have in a bully pin. Bully pin? Is that what these are called? These little chip clips, I call them. In there to pull it off. The gadget used to wipe and erase. Yeah, it's just a little, and it's like a, one of these. If I have a big painting, I can use this. I have this in I have like a little Amazon shop. I have it listed in there if you want to go see what it is. And you can buy the replacement pieces and then use them to take away parts of your painting. Especially like if I make a mistake or if I don't like how something looks, I can take it back down to the white and add more bright color in if I want to, which is really nice. I want to add the detail. Like, I did a painting the other day. Oh, it's behind me, of seashells. And I loved it when it was like really loose, but it was so loose that I just didn't feel like I could call it finished. It's like hard to keep it that loose, but have it be finished looking. Do you know what I mean? Always something I'm learning. Hi, Susie. All right. Like right now, I love how it looks, but it doesn't look finished to me. I might need a little bit of a smaller brush, a little bit. But then that gets it detailed, so I'm not going to let myself do that. A smaller brush will not be happening. I really just need to look for my values. And I love that blue there, so I don't want to lose that. This is darker right in here. It's hard to do that because it's so tiny. And my brush is big. But I could always take that scraper, wipe it off, and try again. Now, I don't know if my problem is that I don't like the color that I have in here. Whoops, that's dry. I'm using liquid, so it feels dry to me very quickly. I need to learn to stop when it's finished. I fuss and ruin the painting. Yeah, and Nancy, just walk away from it. Like when you start to feel like it could be finished, but you feel like you're fussing with it, then stop working on it, because you can always go back in and work on it later. But I find that too. Like I have trouble saying I'm finished, but like I always say, you're finished when you're making changes to your painting, but it's not getting better. Then you have to put your brush down. I feel like I need to warm that up a little bit. It's like a warm color in there. Like just enough to give that hint of a vase without it. I think it's close. Still a little more white here. Maybe. Okay, I need to stop fussing with that because it's not getting it better. It's just changing it. What time is it? 8:39. We're still doing well on time. So I can soon put my lightest lights in there. I really have to take my time so that my brush strokes don't blend too much with what's underneath there. Love the sparkle on the rim of the vase. This little, I hope that it might look fine till I'm all done, finished here. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I think it's enough of a hint. I need a little bit of this. A little green right there. Okay. That's good. It's getting there. The looseness of the painting demonstrates the skills. Yes, the looseness of the painting is always always the challenge to keep it loose. Saying just enough, but not too much. At least for me it is. I saw a quote, might have been Picasso or something. Maybe it was even at the museum when I was there Monday. And it said, it took me years to learn to paint like an artist. And then it took me a lifetime to learn to paint like a child. It was something like that. And it was like, I thought, that's so true. It's like, I want to learn to paint like a child, where I let go of all preconceived notions. Did any specific painting in the exhibit museum inspire you? I love the Impressionists. Yes, we got to see some of the Impressionist part of the museum. We didn't have near enough time to do all the things. I don't know. I love all of it. Like I can get lost looking at paintings that I would never even think I'd like really modern things. But I really enjoyed Mary Cassatt's paintings and learning about her. She was big into women's rights, never had a child of her own, and spent really a lifetime painting mothers and children. Comes in the brain. What does? Oh, it was Picasso. Okay, I believe it's both in your eyes and in your eyes and your genes. Yeah. So yeah, I definitely want to go back there and wander around more. Okay, what is this missing? This is a little sloppy right in here. I don't know what I've got going on here. So let's clean this up. That's a little better. I have to make sure my brush is clean here. I feel like this can... You can see how since I used liquid, it's already drying. A little bit. Can you tell that that's a shadow of this? I'm not so sure you can. Okay. Now I need to do more of my lightest lights. 8:44, good on time. I think somehow the vase is starting to really look like a vase. Even if I try a million times, it will never be the same. Thanks for sharing. Even if I do the same painting a million times, that's kind of the fun part about painting. Like, I feel like I could just paint the same thing over and over and over again. And in all honesty, every now and then I'll paint something and I'll think, oh, I just painted that and I forgot. Because I'm looking at it differently, thinking about it differently. And you learn. Every time you give it a try, you learn something new and add it kind of to your arsenal of what you can do. But it's the process that's the fun part. But the hard part is being kind to yourself when they don't turn out. Letting failures happen, because you learn from your failures, but we're all taught never to ever fail. Which is crazy, because that's how you learn, right? Do you know you can now walk from 30th Street Station to the museum? I thought so, Nancy, down the river trail. Yes, train is about an hour ride from Lancaster. Well, I wanted to do that, and Ellen and I had talked about it, but when I looked it up online, they're doing work on the tracks, and I think that they bus you. So it's like, well, that would not solve any of the Schuylkill traffic issues if they bust us down there. So I think once that's all solved, I would do that, because from there you can go to New York City, you can go to DC, like that would all be... I see a lot of field trips in my future. I don't know. Okay, so what else does this need? What's it missing? I'm really liking, I see a couple of white dots up here that I don't want. I feel a little bit like this in here is not reading as the center of the flower. Let's just do that a little bit because that's a different center there. We looked at the Van Gogh painting of sunflowers and had never noticed, Jackie had noticed that like there's one flower in there where the center of the petal is, or the center of the flower is red and not yellow. And it's an extreme color change, and I never noticed it either. Just cover them up. This isn't quite reading right here. I love your brush. What make a number? Oh, this is a Trekell Spectrum 3000B Bright. I need to get myself a bunch of new ones of these because I do love it, and all my brushes are getting tired. I try to take good care of them, but sometimes they sit in water and soak for a little too long and get a little lackluster. Oh, that helped a lot. It was amazing how much paint Van Gogh put on the sunflowers until I saw it in person. Yes, it's thick. Yeah, lots of thick, gorgeous thick paint. Like, imagine how long that took to dry. I would not have that patience. Put in some more of my lightest lights. 8:49, we're doing well. Now I feel like this is too orange. Push that back a little bit. That's better. That was too dominant. It was kept. So when I'm looking at my painting now, I'm thinking about where my eye goes. Is there anything I need to adjust? Is something like pulling attention that I don't want it to? But I think I'm about happy. Oh, I see. This needs a little help right here. This doesn't look quite right to me. I have to go over that a little bit more. My yellow, do I still have time? Oh, I like that. Okay. 8:50. Yeah, we're good. Just love the violet. Love the complements. Always dance so nicely together. Me too. All right. Do we need a little touch of... Like, I could go in and adjust a million things, but it doesn't make the painting get better. It just changes it. Do I need a little bit of violet? Or just maybe the tiniest bit violet in here. Oh, let's go more blue. Yeah, that helped make that glow a little bit. And I think I'm going to be finished because I'm afraid I'm going to, Wait, one more thing. Let me just... There's always one more thing to do, right? Always, always. Always one more thing. I see a little green definition. Okay, I've got to stop because I'm going to fuss with it and then it'll start turning the corner of going the wrong direction. So knowing when to finish, it's partly intuition and partly just knowing when you're starting to fuss with it and it's not getting any better. Lively and beautiful. I love that. Thanks, Ellen. All right, so there's my reference. And see if I can get it in there a little bit. There's a little bad light on there. But I like how the vase turned out. It's pretty fun. It's very loose, but you can still see the vase-ness of it. And then there's my messy palette. So, thanks for coming and hanging out with me today. I hope all of you have an amazing day. And do I have anything to tell you? I don't think so. I don't have any shows coming up. I have a weekend at home, which I love. And I'm going to try and do a newsletter today. So if you'd like to be on my newsletter list, just send me your email. And otherwise, we will do it again next week. So I hope you have an amazing day. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. Bye, guys.